What's up, LA Live Gang? This is your boy AC, and I'm back with another edition of LA Sports Live. Now, as you guys come in the building, do me a favor, go ahead and hit that like button. It really helps the channel out, and I really appreciate it. And if you're new to the channel, if you just found me, go ahead and subscribe. And while you're at it, make sure you hit that notification bell so you'll be notified every day when we drop new videos here on YouTube. Now, once again, guys, please hit that like button. That helps kick the stream off, and make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe and hit that like button and all that good stuff. uh yeah, we got everything cool. We're live on YouTube and Twitch. So told you guys I was gonna step it up a little bit, and here I am with another. This will probably be the last video of the show. We had, right before I came on, we did get some more breaking news concerning the Lakers. And I guess we'll go ahead and talk about that first. We know both Anthony Davis and LeBron James are both out with fairly significant injuries. Today, head coach Frank Vogel stated that even though Anthony Davis is slated to be reevaluated tomorrow by team doctors, he stated that AD is still another 2 to 3 weeks away from being back. Now, I don't know if that means if he's still not going to be able to do anything for another 2 to 3 weeks, or if that means, hey, if he gets evaluated tomorrow, it's still going to be another 2 to 3 weeks before we can wrap him up, get him in basketball shape, and he'll be ready to play. So I'm not really sure. I should have listened to it, but anyway, I wasn't able to listen to his interview at a shoot around today. But what I did hear is AD is still 2 to 3 weeks out, and also reports came out that from the date of LeBron's injury, which was last Sunday. So let's see. Yeah, he's been out yesterday. Well, no, he's been out a week on Sunday. So anyhow, the Lakers are expecting LeBron to be out from 4 to 6 weeks from the date of his injury. And I always felt, a lot of people were saying, look, LeBron's gonna be out and he'll be back in a couple weeks and this, that, and the other. No, I just didn't feel that way. I felt that he was gonna be out a month. So anyway, if not longer. But anyway, let's look at this. So from the date of LeBron's injury, excuse me, drink a little water bit here, man. From the date of LeBron's injury, there were 57 days from the day that he got hurt. There were exactly 57 days until the playoffs started. I repeat, from the date that LeBron got hurt, well, that was Saturday, last Saturday. There were exactly 57 days until the playoffs started. So that's just under 2 months until the playoffs started. So now that ties into the Lakers' actions at trade deadline. So we know the Lakers didn't make any trades today. They expect to be active on the buyout market. We'll talk about that in a minute. But from the day he got hurt, it was 57 days. So what I believe Rob Pelinka's strategy is, he's just pretty much hoping and praying that this team can stay afloat until LeBron returns. Because I'm thinking AD may return, right before LeBron, or they may return right around the same time. But the whole point is, I think Rob is just going to be extra, extra, extra cautious with both of these guys, especially with Anthony Davis, because, with his injury history, and given the fact that the Lakers have signed him to a long-term contract, they really don't want to take any chances with Anthony Davis, going forward. They don't want anything to happen to him like what happened with Kevin Durant. So if they just have to consider this season a wash with Anthony Davis, if need be, I think they will. I think they will just sit him out the rest of the season, but need be. But what I really think they're going to do is, make a long story short, I think they're going to give LeBron James and Anthony Davis every opportunity to get healthy this season. The Lakers were in second place when LeBron got hurt. Now they lost 3 games in a row, and now they are currently in, I believe, fourth place. Um, they haven't won a game since LeBron went out. Now, undoubtedly, the Lakers will win some games here and there, but I don't think they're gonna win a whole lot. But you never know. The team could glue, they could gel, and they could put together a little winning streak. I don't know, man. Let's say in the next 10 games, I don't expect the Lakers to win no more than maybe 3 of those games, because you got to remember, in the second half of the season, they have, I think, the third or fourth toughest schedule in the second half of the season, including several, I think five, five back to backs. So, with all that being said, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough going for the Lakers. Pretty much from here on out to the end of the season. And that's why I just say, I think Pelinka, what their strategy is just to ride this season out. Dennis Schroeder wants all this money for the future, so I think they're just going to try to ride it out, see where the chips fall. But I don't think they're going to risk long-term injury to Anthony Davis or to LeBron James for that matter. And they're just going to let those guys sit out as long as needed. And if some kind of way, I mean, we know they're going to fall drastically in the standings, but as long as they, as long as they don't fall no further to 10th place, and then they can get into that playoff, to the playoff series or whatever you want to call it. I think the Lakers will take that, because the main thing is they just don't want either one of those guys to come back too soon and get re-injured, and they don't want to risk long-term. They don't want to risk long-term injury to either AD or LeBron. So it's going to be tough, guys, in the near future for the Lakers. Just watching these games, but that leads us to our topic, and we're going to jump on this for about 10, 15 minutes, and we're going to get on out of here. But the buyout market now, like I said earlier, we saw the Lakers did not make any trades today, but they're expected to heavily be involved in the buyout market. Luckily for the Lakers, but as many people said, Andre Drummond did not get traded. So after the trade deadline passed, it was reported by Yahoo Sports that Andre Drummond is gonna, he's gonna try to negotiate a buyout with the Cleveland Cavaliers. I believe that came from Brad Turner, Yahoo Sports. So I know the Nets have more money to get Drummond, but the reports are that Drummond wants to come to the Lakers because he's guaranteed to start. We already went over this before. If Drummond goes to the Nets, is he going to start over DeAndre Jordan? DeAndre Jordan is one of the leaders in the locker room for the Brooklyn Nets, and I don't think they're just going to let Andre Drummond come in and start over DJ. And plus, that would destroy their chemistry. Anyway, back to what I was saying. The reports are that if Drummond is able to come to a agreement with a buyout with the Cleveland Cavaliers, it is his preference to sign with the LA Lakers. I'm not arguing with you. I'm not arguing with you that DJ is washed up or not, bro. I'm just telling you what the reports are. I'm just telling you what the reports are. And yeah, I know Drummond is from back east, so it seems like the logical pick for him to be go to the Nets. But all reports are that he wants to come to the Lakers and play with the King. So stop it with the Nets stuff. Anyway, all the reports are saying that Drummond wants to come and play with the Lakers. So if that's indeed the case, he would definitely be the Lakers' number one target in the buyout market. Now, former Laker Avery Bradley, he was on last year's team, and he moved on to the Miami Heat this season. He was traded today to the Houston Rockets. Now, we all know that Avery Bradley was the number one defender on the LA Lakers team last year, but he decided to opt out for the bubble, so he wasn't down there in Orlando. Now, according to Dave McMenamin, let me read the report right here. According to Dave McMenamin, upon hearing that Avery Bradley was traded from the Miami Heat to the Houston Rockets, according to Dave McMenamin, he's saying a name to monitor as the Lakers look to fill their final roster spots. Avery Bradley. He was traded to the Houston from Miami today. Rockets already have a logjam of guards to back up John Wall. Bradley, a former Pelinka client, made strong impressions on the LA Lakers before opting out of the bubble. Now, to further emphasize that point, Houston currently has John Wall, Eric Gordon, DJ Augustine, Sterling Brown, Dante Exum, David Nwaba, and Ben McLemore as guards already on their roster. So what do they need with Avery Bradley? They don't need Avery Bradley. The only issue with Avery Bradley right now is I don't know his status right now. I know he hasn't played in several games, but I know he went out with an injury in February. So, the Lakers have to take, if they're interested in Avery Bradley, fine. I don't think Laker fans, I think we'll be cool with that. But the thing is, we're going to have to check on Avery Bradley's health because and the 1 year, he had health issues prior to coming to the Lakers. And even last year with the Lakers, he had at least one leg injury with the Lakers last year. He was able to come back and recover. But the point is, he does seem to be a bit injury prone. So yeah, I know that he's been out, but like I said, I don't know what the timetable on his return would be, but that's just somebody that the Lakers are eyeballing. Also, who else did I hear that the Lakers were looking at? Somebody from Sacramento Kings that may get bought out. The name escapes me right now, but anyway, yeah, those are the guys that the Lakers are eyeballing. Undoubtedly, we don't know all the players that are going to get bought out, but those names they'll start to trickle out slowly over the next week or so. How fast can Drummond join the Lakers? Well, first he has to complete a buyout deal with the Cavs. LaMarcus Aldridge, he's already completed his buyout deal with the San Antonio Spurs, and he's free to sign. Well, yeah, it was Jabari Parker. You're right. It was Jabari Parker was the guy that the Lakers might be interested. I believe he was let go by the Kings. Anyway, Marcus Aldridge, he already has completed his buyout deal with the San Antonio Spurs, but he's expected to go and sign with the Miami Heat. The Miami Heat are making some big moves, but I still don't think it would be enough. You never know, but I don't think it would be enough to beat a healthy Brooklyn Nets team. But time will tell. Jabari Parker will lock up a chip for the Nets. We'll see. We'll see. Let me tell you something. You Nets fans, I'm glad you guys are in here. I'm glad you guys are in here because let me tell you something about you Net fans and these Brooklyn Nets. Nobody is doubting that the Nets have assembled a vast amount of talent. KD, Kyrie, and James Harden. The Nets are loaded, right? Loaded with talent. But let me tell you something. You guys are counting your chickens before they hatch. How many games has KD, Kyrie, and Harden played together this year? You guys tell me. You in the chat, you Nets fans, how many games has Kyrie, KD, and Harden played together this year? Not too many. Now, I don't care that they're winning games without KD. I don't care that they winning games with just Harden. I don't care if they just winning games with Kyrie by himself. They need they need to be together. It is hard to win the NBA championship. Even though the Lakers made it look easy last year, it is hard to win the NBA championship. And I just don't think that, or I know, you can't just throw a team together with a bunch of players and think you think you're just gonna waltz right in and win the world championship, especially if the LA Lakers are fully healthy and they meet the Brooklyn Nets in the NBA Finals. The Nets, you're gonna get your asses kicked by the Lakers. But the caveat there is, and like I say, if the Lakers are fully healthy, if the Nets are fully healthy, the Lakers, I would say the Lakers in 5 over the Nets in the NBA Finals if both teams are fully healthy. The Nets, I don't care how many All Stars and MVPs you got on that team, but you guys don't realize the Lakers had the number one defense in the league right before LeBron got hurt. The Lakers had the number one defense without Anthony Davis. The Lakers had the number one defense in the league without Anthony Davis. So how good do you think the Lakers defense really going to be is when they get Anthony Davis back? And oh, by the way, if they happen to add Andre Drummond, Lakers might lose in first round because they're going to be in the eighth seed. Well, like I said, look, Blue Diamond, look. Shit, the Lakers might fall all the way to 10. I'm a Laker fan. I'll admit that. They could fall all the way to 10, and that means they would have to get in that playing tournament. But the whole point is, if LeBron and AD are healthy when playoff time comes, it don't matter what seed the Lakers in. The only thing that matters is if LeBron and AD are healthy, that is going to be the Nets' ass. That is going to be the Clippers' ass. That is going to be the Miami Heat's ass. I'm telling you, there is no team in the NBA right now that can beat the LA Lakers if they're fully healthy. Now, if LeBron comes back too early and he's out there gimping around, okay, hell, shit, they could go out in the first round. I'm not going to deny that. I doubt it. But the caveat, the only thing I'm saying is if the Lakers are completely healthy come playoff time, it don't matter if they're in the 6th, 7th, 8th seed, 9th seed, or 10th seed, and they got to get in that play-in tournament. If the Lakers are completely healthy, there is no team that will stop them from going back to back. Anybody care to disagree? Go ahead and put it in the chat. But I'm telling you guys, the Lakers, doesn't matter all this stuff they're going through right now. If they come back, as long as, like I said, as long as LeBron and AD are healthy, they're going to go back to back. And that's just the bottom line. Now, if Drummond happens to change his mind and go to the Nets, guess what? If LeBron and Anthony Davis are healthy, even if the Nets had Andre Drummond, the Lakers still gonna get that ass because defense is what's gonna win the NBA championship this year, not a whole bunch of guys that can score 30 points. And let me tell you something else. LeBron just tried. Man, where you guys get this stuff from? LeBron? Half his damn teammates are part of Clutch Sports. So why would you say something stupid like he tried to trade half his damn team, but half his damn team is Clutch Sports, right? Half his team is Clutch Sports. Markieff Morris, Clutch Sports. KCP, Clutch Sports. THT, Clutch Sports. Okay? So stop with this crap about LeBron as the GM. That's silly, man. That's silly. Anyway, Nets. I'm telling you guys, let me tell you something about the Nets. And besides the fact that the Nets are not going to have chemistry to make a run in the playoffs and win a championship, look what the Nets are doing. Look what Kyrie's doing. Now they coming out, oh, Kyrie got an excuse to leave the Nets because his birthday. No, not his birthday. They said he's having a kid. Okay, fine. Get the excuse to leave the team because you I guess it's his firstborn kid. Okay, I can understand that, bro. But let me tell you something, man. The Nets are not focused. You got this guy is out over here. This guy is out over here. This guy's going on vacation. They ain't focused. And you think during this year of coronavirus, when the playoffs come around, that the Nets all of a sudden, James Harden, Kyrie, KD, and whoever the hell else they got, they automatically gonna get focused, come together, and win the championship. I don't think so. I sat there last year and watched the Lakers stay focused from day one. Y'all clowning in the chat, AD gonna be way more healthy than KD because KD hasn't played over in 10. Look, Jay, they don't understand, man. KD been flying low key underneath the radar, and we haven't heard nothing about him because everybody's running around talking about the Lakers. But what is up with KD? What is up with KD? What is wrong with him? How come he's not playing? Something's wrong with that dude. They're not talking about it. But anyway, my whole point is, if you guys think that the Nets are just going to be able to come together, hit the switch, win the championship, and take out a very solid team like first they're going to have to get past the 76ers in Miami. And even if they do get past the 76ers in Miami, they are not going to pass the Lakers in the finals if the Lakers make it there are completely healthy. I'm telling you guys, I watched LeBron James last year. I watched the Lakers down in the bubble. They are, when it's playoff time, this veteran team gets focused, and they were just like a steamroll, and they steamrolled to the championship. And like I said, if they're healthy, they're going to steamroll to the championship again. How do you think Dennis feel they tried to trade him? I think he's going to. Well, look, I don't know. All of their names were mentioned in trade talks. I don't know who leaked that. I don't think it was the Lakers. It was the other teams. But whatever, it doesn't matter. Dennis Schroeder just bought like a $15 million house in LA. So Dennis Schroeder, if he has an opportunity, he's going to take it to stay here. So shit, as far as we know, the Lakers, they might sign him to extension tomorrow after all this is over with because he is extension available still. Let me get some water real quick. But trade talks, that's just the way it goes. Schroeder, his fellas ain't gonna get hurt because he's trying to get that $80-100 million from the Lakers. So he ain't gonna worry about no trade talks. It is what it is. It's a business. That's part of the business. Like I said, all the Lakers gotta do is get healthy. KCP's ass gotta get out there and make some damn threes. The Lakers will be straight. Anyway, you Nets fans, you guys make sure you stick around here. You make sure you stick around LA Sports Live. You make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and all that stuff because I want to hear it. I want to hear it. I want to hear it come playoff time from you Nets fans because I think you guys, you Nets fans remind me of? You remind me of those damn stupid ass Clipper fans last year. Those dumb, stupid ass Clipper fans talked all that crap going back to the summer of last year, talking all that crap about the Lakers and how they was going to own the Lakers and LA is their town, and how they was going to win a championship after Kobe passed away. They were talking about how they going to win a championship for Kobe, dumbasses, and they couldn't even get past the Denver Nuggets. They look Denver Nuggets made them look like some damn fools. I know everybody has a house in LA, but I don't think he would have bought that house, spent all that money, bro, if he didn't have no intentions on staying. Playoff. Look, playoff Rondo, he showed up, showed out for the Lakers last year. But guess what? If you're a Laker fan, you know Rondo was hurt most of the time he was with the Lakers. Matter of fact, he was hurt in the bubble and he barely got back. The only good thing about it, he got hurt like on the first. Y'all don't know he got hurt on the first damn day of the bubble, and then luckily they had all those playing games or whatever it was, and that gave him enough time to come back. So playoff Rondo, yeah, he may or may not help the Clippers, but it don't matter because guess what? Rondo, he now plays for the Clippers. And the Clippers are forever cursed. They always will be second rate. I'm telling you, you're going to get enough on counting out LeBron. Yeah, man, these guys, we'll see. We'll see how long it takes LeBron to get healthy because I know LeBron, he's not going to do us no good if he's not healthy because we saw what happened with the groin injury his first year. But besides that, the team gave up. You're right. Clippers have, no matter what all these moves the Clippers have made, they have absolutely nobody to stop Anthony Davis. Serge Ibaka, nobody. So, that's a matchup disaster for the Clippers that the Lakers have, and they still haven't done anything to address that. So you're right. The whole key thing for the Lakers, like I said, man, I hate to keep saying the same thing, is if they're gonna be healthy. And so we'll see in a couple weeks when the Lakers hopefully they're back to full strength. If they're not, if LeBron and AD are not playing like a month from now, and the team seems to be unsure about their injuries, look, I hate to say it, but the Lakers might just shut it down. The Lakers just LeBron is KD's kryptonite. He don't got Curry and Clay splashing threes anymore. Anyone knows KD is afraid of LeBron, Harden, foes in the playoffs. Even Kobe said, "Look, that's why I said these Nets fans are they counting their chickens before they hatch, because look at I watch everything. Look at what's happening with the Nets right now. The Nets, they look just like the James Harden with the Houston Rockets. KD is out. Kyrie's in and out. And James Harden, who all these people talked all that crap about, he's having to carry a load. What happens to James Harden when he has to carry the load on a playoff team, during the regular season? What happens to James Harden when he has to carry the load of a team by himself? What happens to him when playoffs come? That's right. He gets tired. He gets worn out, and he's going to be pretty much useless to the Nets by the time the playoffs come around. By the time the playoffs come around, James Harden's going to be useless to the Nets because they will have run his ass into the ground because Kyrie is too busy partying and all this other kind of stuff, and KD's ass still ain't 100%. Mark my words. Mark my words on that, guys. Anyway, like I said, Nets fans, you guys make sure you hang around because I can't wait to talk crap when the Nets get put out. And Clipper fans, you guys hang around too. Because if you think Rajon Rondo is going to be your savior, if you think Rajon Rondo is going to be the savior of the LA Clippers, man, you're sadly mistaken. Like I said, I will be eternally grateful to Ray John Rondo for what he did for the Lakers last season, but that ain't gonna happen again. And I know I'm right. I know I'm right about James Harden. I watch these guys, man. You know, he thought he was gonna run over there, and that was gonna guarantee him a championship for Brooklyn. But look what he walked into: Kyrie, wishy washy as hell, and KD. Uh, you know, KD's always hurt. KD is always hurt. KD is always hurt. Rondo saved LeBron last year. Rondo hit some big shots and played some big minutes, but who was named the fucking MVP of the finals, bro? Was it Rondo? Was Rondo the MVP of the finals, or was it LeBron James? So what are you talking about? Rondo saved LeBron's ass. Come on now, man. Rondo had some good games and some good plays, but he also had some shitty games where he had to be taken out. Forgot about that, didn't you? Forgot about that. I didn't because I watched them all. Well, Harden looks good enough right now, but like I said, by the time playoffs roll around, his ass is going to be tired and useless to the Nets. Watch what I say. Anyway, guys, do me a favor. Like, comment, share, hit that like button. Man, y'all ain't hitting the damn like button, bro. Come on. Hit that like button. Get the mics up. Like, comment, share, subscribe. It really helps the channel, and I really appreciate it. I'm trying to grow the channel. I hit an all-time high in subscribers today. Gained quite a bit of subscribers during this trade deadline. And I really appreciate you guys. I know we don't always agree on stuff, but I know a bunch of y'all are Laker haters, but it is what it is. But y'all stay with me, stay tuned, subscribe so you can get all the updates, and I'll wrap with y'all later.